So Katy Perry stopped by Carpool Karaoke with James Corden on the Late Late Show, and she finally and overtly addressed the beef, this alleged beef that we've been hearing about with Taylor Swift for a long time. You guys may recall that the song Bad Blood by Taylor Swift is supposedly about Katy Perry, but they'd been very coy about confirming any of this stuff when Katy Perry was on Jimmy Fallon. I think within the past week or 2 weeks, she didn't even really address if her new song Swish Swish was about Taylor Swift, but then Ruby Rose jumped into the mix. Obviously coming to Taylor's defense, she felt that the song was about Taylor Swift. It's all just a mess, but thank goodness she went on Carpool Karaoke and she clarified a little bit. Now, while she didn't directly confirm Swish Swish is about her feud with Taylor, Katy confessed the beef started with her backup dancers pulling out of Swift's tour early to join hers. And now she said she felt bad about the quote fumble. Katy says to James Corden, I tried to talk to her about it and she wouldn't speak to me. I do the right thing anytime that it feels like a fumble. It was a full shutdown and then she writes a song about me and I'm like, okay, cool. That's how you want to deal with it, karma. But she also went on to say that she's ready for the BS to be done. She does not want there to be any beef. I'm sure they're both so sick of this coming up in every single interview that they do. She said, now there is a law of cause and effect. You do something, there's going to be a reaction, and trust me, daddy, there's going to be a reaction. It's all about karma, right? I think personally that women together, not divided, and none of this petty bullshit, women together will heal the world. So on that message, I absolutely can agree with her. I think that it is likely that Swish Swish is about Taylor Swift, Bad Blood.
It's not about basketball?
It is probably not about basketball and her being an aspiring WNBA player and just taking names on the court. They wrote songs about each other. I think that, call it even at this point. Let's move on, let's make some good music.
Yeah, I don't think they really want to move on. They're really enjoying it.
I don't,
I think
Amir.
You say like they're annoyed about bringing it up in interviews. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
This has worked out charmingly for them.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That said, I do think that they're gonna be making up soon.
And then they're gonna collab together and it's gonna be a huge thing, maybe?
Sure. I don't think they need to collab with each other.
I think this has gone on for so long.
So do you believe Katy's story?
This is
what I
will say. This is what is refreshing about this story, because for so long, since 2015, which I believe is when Bad Blood came out, we've been forced to sort of speculate about who these songs are about. And Taylor Swift has always been a little bit coy about whose songs are about what, and she's always kind of thrown in hints, even in her booklets when people used to buy CDs. I used to buy her CDs. And so I think that this game that they were playing was cool for a little bit, then it got annoying. You just want to know the full story. That's why I like what Katy Perry did on Carpool Karaoke. It was the first time that it felt at least we were getting an authentic, not a publicist answer to a situation. When she went on Jimmy Fallon and he asked her about Swish Swish, she said it was about bullies. And yes, that's a fine answer, and to an extent that is probably exactly true to how she feels. But it's nice when celebrities, stars, artists can just level with us and be like, here's the deal, you guys have been reading about this in tabloids, this is what happened from my side of the story. And I know that Taylor Swift has really been in hiding for a while. I hope that when she comes back out, we have a little bit of that refreshing sort of honesty. Just level with your fans. Fans are gonna love you no matter what. They will be forgiving of whatever happened.
Taylor is notoriously not known for being like honest about anything and being straightforward.
I think that's
unlike Katy. I don't know, Bad Blood as a song, when you try to think of it like this, if it's about Katy Perry, it sounds so petty and immature. Oh, we have Bad Blood now. You took my backup dancers, I guess we have Bad Blood. Like, come on.
I mean, I think
it just seems like for Taylor, she saw this as an opportunity to like, ooh, this is gonna be exciting. I'm gonna make this like fun little song.
Well, it might have felt like Katy, that these friends chose Katy over her, because Katy was saying that she's very close to the backup dancers, that the backup dancers had previously been on her tour, then they went to go work on Taylor's tour, and then Katy said, make sure you have a 30-day clause in your contract so you can get out if I go back on tour.
They didn't do that. I don't think they did that, and that's what led to the Bad Blood.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that there were just sort of hurt feelings all around, but I agree with you that I hope when Taylor Swift comes back out that we get some answers that feel a little bit more authentic and less PR, because I think that's what people got so frustrated with, that you were getting these PR answers. And that's why it was so crazy when we heard the tape that Kim Kardashian leaked with Kanye West, because you could kind of hear how calculating it seems, Taylor was being behind the scenes. And that's sort of unfortunate because people love Taylor for her music and how it feels so emotionally raw raw, and then you just sort of get the tip of the iceberg with her appearances. Now I know not all fans feel that way because she has, with her really close-knit fans on Tumblr, she has this really tight relationship with them, but I think a lot of the more peripheral fans, I guess, were just frustrated. Like, why can't you give us a straight answer?
Are you a calculating person?
I'm not good enough at math to be calculating.
Okay, not like math. Okay, I bet you thought that was really funny in your head.
I did.
No, when like say you've had bad blood with someone, are you calculating when you want to deal with it, or are you just more like, like I'm emotional?
You know how I will be calculating? I will be calculating in when I fumble in being really nice to that person and the people in their life to make up for it, so that it might soften them to my inevitable apology, because I say sorry probably too much.
Yeah.
So I think that I am calculating in that respect, where I think, okay, kill him with kindness, Selena. And so if someone wrongs me, I would rather like just soften the playing field a little bit and be really nice to those around them and to them, so that when we have that confrontation, I really hate confrontation. I hate being yelled at, and I know that I'm wrong often. So I just want to make sure that they go in there being like, okay, let's not attack her, because I will just crumble and cry and I already feel awful. What about you? Are you calculating?
I think a little bit, but when it actually comes to executing the calculations, I'm not that good at it. But like one bit of advice, if like you have a beef with someone, it actually works if you go to them and you ask them for something, because people naturally want to, they want to like help.
So give an example of that.
Say like you're not on very good terms with someone at work, and you kind of want to gain their respect and like their relationship with them. Go to them and ask them for help with something.
And you think that they'll be more inclined to help you with that?
They will be more inclined. And when you ask them, are you able to do this for me? When you put it in those terms, if you're able to do it, people are more likely that they're gonna do it.
I think that's a really good point. However, if someone has already wronged you or crossed you, like in the situation of these backup dancers, I think it makes it a little bit more difficult. Because what was Katy gonna do? Go to Taylor and be like, are you able to release these backup dancers to come on my tour, because they'd rather go on tour with me than you?
She could have.
She could have, but I feel like it sort of sets yourself up for Taylor being like, yeah, I'm not fucking able, like they're on my tour.
That's what you're worried about, but like, I don't know, this is like a really big case of it, but I think like for our viewers to understand like on a day-to-day basis, that kind of works. Another thing, this is also on like the other side of it, if you're a little, I don't wanna say mean, but like difficult to the people around you, but like you gotta do it with like some tact. People will want to make you happy. That's just like the natural inclination of people around you, that they want to please you and kind of like win your affection.
You think so?
Yeah. This is psychology.
I would like to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What do you think of some of Amir's tips about squashing a
Totally
beef?
wrong. Absolutely wrong. Don't do any of these things.
What do you think about the Katy and Taylor beef? Are you ready for this to be done? Are you happy that she addressed it in Carpool Karaoke? Are you looking for Taylor to maybe retort? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we will see you next time on Pop Trigger.